What's up, everybody? It's your boy CJ, the Internet Warlord, coming to you live and loud from the great state of Meth Dakota. You know Meth Dakota, the state just south of North Dakota. What's up, everybody? The fourth time. This is the third take. I don't count the first video. So, having a little technical difficulties this morning. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'll get them all figured out and fix it. So, man, I'll tell you what. Got a lot of thoughts running through my brain noodle at the moment. Hopefully the fourth time is it? Or, no, this is the third take on this subject, though. Oh, man. Sorry, I got a text coming in here. Give me just a second here. You know what? I'll get you to the preview here real quick and I'll answer. This is kind of the video where I'm starting with my basis of my conversation from today. So, it's from Miko Hayes' The Rockcast last night.
The safety of my daughter in your custody?
One individual.
Okay, so what? So what?
So what?
So what? You have
People do
suicidal
really
staff.
terrible things.
You have,
Elijah,
yeah.
people do terrible
I know,
things.
and until they do something to, until I do something to my daughter, you can't just assume that I'm going to. But I have every right to assume that somebody's going to kill themselves in front of my daughter and traumatize her.
Why would you even assume that, Elijah?
Because it happened.
Why would you assume
It happened 6 months ago. I have a factual basis for that concern. You have no factual basis.
Okay, that was the actions of a troubled woman.
That's okay. Yeah, because you guys don't have a proper screening process for psychological people. Obviously, it's not repeat. Yeah.
Okay, really, Elijah? I
Really?
wouldn't go into psychological screening because anybody who would be listening to you.
Yeah,
listening
but
to
you're
you
not a
have a lot of
psychological
concerns
expert.
About you
Yeah,
too.
concerns are. You can have concerns about me. That's
And
okay.
You're a parent, and that's why we're concerned.
You can have.
Alright, so Elias, whatever his name is. Anybody that's watching this is welcome to call in. 605-277-9388. You know what? I'll tell you what. This video really kind of showed me a lot. It first and foremost, never invite somebody on that is going to be just that kind of guest. Man, I'll tell you what. It's hard to explain. There's too many good things. There's too many things going on right now in here from this 3 hour and 13-minute saga that took place last night. I mean, at parts of it, Miko got up, and again, he has to check his grandma. That's understandable. Shara can't hear the audio being played, so we hear, she's such a good mother. She's such a good mother. Good mother. Over this call here, it got kind of weird last night. I don't know, man, just kind of weird. It just got kind of weird. Yeah, I appreciate you posting that in the comments there. Hello, Adam Dingle. You know, like I said, it's just a weird conversation that was had last night. I don't think anybody's side won anything last night. If anything, I'm going to say Shara, Michelle, and that whole clique is going to claim a victory out of last night and the conversation. And it's not necessarily due to anything Miko did wrong. It was just that an unfortunate series of events led to a conversation that really, it was a hard fight for Miko. I mean, he's not necessarily wrong in what he's saying. It's just that I'm afraid that some people in this world want people to be guilty and they don't care if the person's innocent. Or they don't care if the person's been provoked, or they don't care if somebody has been put through a million griefs before this one phone call. You know, this one phone call right here that we're listening to while Miko was out, I actually didn't learn anything against this guy. What I heard was a father who keeps demanding to see his child, and a CPS worker who's, Mom, I'm eating lunch, you'll never see your kid again, and if you want to see your kid, you comply or die. You know, like, that's literally what I'm witnessing while Miko ain't even there. And then the comments want to hang the guy because, face it, you all are a bunch of fucking morons that want to see people just be murdered. You're a bunch of bloodthirsty fucking savages. And if a man calls a woman a cunt, oh my God, the world is over. You all are pathetic. It's terrible. It's terrible. I mean, this man, I was like, okay, well, the comment section has already convicted the guy. Again, you go down to the comments and you can see we were all scrolling and talking, and again, the comment section immediately wants to convict the guy because fucking social media. I mean, hello, this is the thing I'm trying to get at, is this all is not a fucking court. You are one fucking opinion. That's it. So if my opinion is he is fucking innocent until proven guilty, no matter how much you yell and fucking scream that he's guilty, he's not fucking guilty. That's just the way it fucking works. If I was a juror and you're a fucking juror and we're both equal in our opinion, then guess what? He's not fucking guilty. You haven't convinced me beyond a reasonable doubt that the father I'm listening to is somehow unfit. Now, listen, does he call women cunts? Of course he calls women cunts. So we take his fucking child is not the adequate fucking response to this type of thing. Now, listen, I want you to imagine something. First off, if you don't have kids, your opinion is about 85% irrelevant to most of the conversation. Because you'll never relate. You'll never relate. So at the end of the day, you could be an asshole. Like I could yell and scream out my fucking world obscenities to the world, like, Kristi Noem is a bitch. And guess what? Nobody can come and say, because you think Kristi Noem's a bitch, we're taking your kid. And if you ever want to see her again, you'll comply. Because that's a fucking kidnapping. So what I hear, regardless of how I feel about Shara Michelle, regardless of how I feel about Miko Hayes, regardless of how I feel about Davian Breedlove, regardless of how I feel about Keith Lenworthy, regardless of how I feel about those individual people, what you're showing me is a father who is on the phone with a lady. I'm gonna see your kid again. I'm gonna kiss my ass while I'm eating my lunch. What the fuck, man? You're not even at the screen and I'm listening to this shit, and then you come back 20 fucking minutes later, it feels like, don't quote me on the exact thing, but then you go, hey, he's still fucking guilty and he should lose his kid and maybe he's a danger to his kid. But you didn't listen to it the way I did. This is what I'm being presented. What I'm listening to is a woman describing a fucking kidnapping. If I could use her audio and then place it over, if I could take that audio and place it over the Liam Neeson phone call. In fact, I was gonna do that. Because again, it's not about Miko, it's not about Shara, it's not about anybody else other than this father and this child, right? That's who the story's presented. How it turns into a long game of fucking stupid conversation is just a side after effect of this. Okay? Again, I can respect Miko's work. He is due diligent. He is somebody that'll ask the tough questions. And you know what? That's fine. But sometimes you Miko, with all due respect, sir, you put up Lee Kenworthy's one charge from 1999 where he pled guilty to an assault and somehow tried to justify why his kids should be taken and why his conspiracy of that he believes he's going through is fake. It's just insane. What world did I wake up on, man? What world did I wake up on? I hate Lee Kenworthy. He came onto my broadcast because he thought he could get fame off of just telling his story on my platform. Some random day he pops up on my fucking feed. CJ, let me tell you how my wife was murdered and a magician was involved. Like that's any way to fucking take over a goddamn platform on somebody. Like I think I was just having a cigarette in the fucking car. So again, no love lost for Miko Hayes. Shara's in my comments. I don't like that woman either. But goddamn it, you gotta admit, she's fucking dedicated to her shit, isn't she? And last night, she felt like she owned you, Miko. Like, what the fuck? You got this woman sitting here on the fucking phone with you after saying, oh, she won't call in, this, that, and the other. And then she calls in and then literally feels like she is owning you. And then at the end of it all, like I said, her team's gonna call that a fucking win. That's the fucking point. Is her team's gonna go, see, Miko wanted this big old professional fucking thing, and all we got into was a lot of information that was just, admittedly, just either so far contextually from the point that you had to really stretch to make a fucking opinion, and it was just 3 hours and 13 minutes and 52 fucking seconds of just, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? What world did I wake up in? And again, anybody's welcome to call in. I don't care what your fucking name is. I don't care if you hate me, like me, think I'm the fucking Antichrist. But at the end of the day, what I listened to on this call was not... this is a father who, again, is by law required... And again, I'm not saying he's not above the law, but let's look at the human racketeering and trafficking that we all know it to be, and then your kid's taken, and the mother, again, well, the mother says there's false allegations. Well, the mother also wants to get as much money from child support, doesn't want to fucking hold a job, and will say anything to accomplish that fucking mission, including making allegations. That's a fucking fact, and women teach other women to do this shit, and we know it, but then fucking men come along that are cucked and go, you know what? I believe her. I'm sorry, I don't believe him or her. I believe a fucking jury. If she says he did something criminal, then she needs to go through the proper channels to get a fucking criminal conviction against that guy. Because if you just believe her, she could be making it up, and you fucking sent that guy to his death sentence without any fucking evidence, and you're no better than the fucking court system. I don't believe an allegation unless 12 fucking jurors unanimously saw evidence of abuse and domestic violence. If you have a conviction of domestic violence without a jury, I don't fucking care. Like, honestly. My point is that I can disagree with how people handle things. I disagreed with how Lee Kenworthy's stuff was handled. I disagreed with how it was being covered by certain individuals. Regardless of whether you think the credibility of these people and their media enterprise, it's still social media. So everybody has a platform, whether or not it is huge, has views, is irrelevant, really. Because at the end of the day, they're just one fucking opinion. Like I said, I wanted to go in there going, you know what, hey, at the end of the day, what I'm listening to, this father is guilty. Like I wanted to. Everybody else is just hopping on the bandwagon, and they see it on Facebook. It's like, do you fucking idiots not realize that we do this all the fucking time? And then you all fucking claim the moral superior fucking road. Like, it's about the children. Now let me talk for 20 minutes about things that are irrelevant to fucking children. And the things that bother children, and the trafficking of children, and the sexual exploitation of children. Let's use his anger in the moment to justify violations of his rights in the past. That's how fucking stupid some people in those fucking comment sections were. I can hate somebody. I don't really hate anybody. I can dislike somebody. I can think somebody is not doing their appropriate work for what they claim. I can feel like, hey, I wouldn't want that person involved in my case. But the fucking facts still remain the fucking facts, regardless of how I feel about an individual. So, like I said, at the end of the day, it really truly does bother me how quick we go in the court of public fucking opinion to crucify somebody. So in the comments, I didn't believe a fuck. Everybody that wanted to crucify, I'm like, no, innocent. All I see is a father. All I've been presented is a father that's calling a state employee, and the state employee is triggering him intentionally because it's designed to do that. Whether or not you have a kid and have experienced or not, it's designed to get this type of phone call out of you. It's designed that way. They already take your kid. They put you in distress the moment the threat of your child being taken happens. They know what they're doing. It's designed this way. And then media, who just want to find out which trend of the side of the argument's going to make the most views and which opinion they have to be on to socially, carry on with their social circle. That's all I see. And you fucking throw this guy up for your fucking chopping block. That's all I saw. Like, holy shit. You can't just convict somebody in the court of fucking public opinion. Sure, he was calling this woman a bitch or a cunt. But guess what? If that woman spoke to me and treated me that way, the first fucking thing I would call her is a bitch or a cunt. And by the way, I'm not unfit. I just can say, hey, that woman is a bitch. Hey, that woman is a cunt. No differently than you say, hey, Shara Michelle's a fraud. Your opinion. I'll bet you if she went to journalist school for all you journalists out there and got a big fancy fucking degree and then got an LLC, you all would fucking eat crow. You can dislike somebody and still go, hey, at the end of the day, do you not see the fucking pattern beyond the fucking shit I'm saying? It's like a sacrificial fucking lamb being offered up here. It's like a sacrificial fucking lamb. You know? And then you guys literally go from talking about this fucking guy right here into all these other conversations and go, you know what? At the end of the fucking day, none of this fucking made any coherent sense. It really didn't. It honestly didn't. The only thing that made coherent sense to me is this father is being exploited. His story's not being covered appropriately. And again, at the end of the day, that's my opinion. So I would like to talk to this guy. I would like to get him on the phone because I guarantee you I'll ask 10 questions that destroy every narrative from this video. I'll bet you I could ask him honest questions like, hey man, has your child ever been threatened to be taken from you by either the mother of your child or the government agency? I'll bet you that's the fucking day we start with, you guys. Hello? You can't just kidnap somebody's kid and put them in that distress and then go, you know what, everything you do after we commit a felony is gonna make you look like the fucking bad guy. That's what the fucking point is. I'm sorry I find myself on the same side of history and opinion as Shara Michelle, but at the end of the day, the facts are still the fucking facts. This guy I didn't see a single thing. Now, granted, I could go to his YouTube video, and you could say, well, guess what, CJ? He calls everybody bitches and cunts. He calls everybody bitches and cunts. So, what, you're gonna take his fucking kid? You fucking morons! Again, you can say you think this person's being protected from a dangerous individual, but I think you're a dangerous individual, and you shouldn't see your children. And I'm going to bring up something from 10 years ago that somehow justifies why you shouldn't be a parent today, is the dumbest fucking thing I've heard. And listen, man, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to believe this is the worst father in the fucking world. But I hope and pray the day comes that CPS stands at your fucking door and then you're live saying, now what the fuck do I do? I pray for that fucking day. For all you that want to just convict this fucking guy without a jury trial, that the day comes that the door fucking gets knocked on. Hi, there's an allegation that you sexually abused your child and you'll never see him again unless you comply. And it's not true, but I hope it happens to you. I really do. Why? Because at the end of the fucking day, all you convict these fucking people the moment their fucking name comes on the screen and you get one fucking attitude, you get one fucking voice clip out of context. You guys are dumb. It's dumb. And that's what I'm witnessing to. It's dumb. It's just dumb. I have no evidence that this guy's abusive. I have no abuse. And then you guys all fall back to the stupid fucking dumb fucking argument of there's more reasons why these children are taken. You don't know that, neither do I. Nobody knows it. But we know the facts. Here's the facts, that we have a human and child trafficking problem for government funding. We know that women are 95% more likely to make a false allegation in order to obtain an order for custody than men. We know that 95% of the time here in South Dakota and 96% of the time in a state like North Dakota, a mother gets custody. So we have a bias system, at least here in these two states, and if that fits in your fucking state, then guess what? So be it. But this same generic cookie cutter excuse of there was a fucking reason, you know what? The Nazis had a reason why they were fucking killing Jews. We didn't agree with it. I don't agree with it. But they fucking did it. And there were Nazi sympathizers who were like, hey man, the Nazis are just doing their job, man. Just doing their job. But you know what? I see your fucking names. And I see some of you people. And some of you people are close to me. And I see how easy you convict them, so fuck you. I'm not going to let you get that close to me anymore. That's how easy your game is. You convict somebody without a fucking conviction. You weren't in the jury, you weren't in the court, you don't see all the evidence, and yet you proclaim somebody's guilt, and then you claim them a danger with zero fucking evidence, all because of fucking comment feed. And he called her a bitch on a video. Oh my god, you guys are fucking pathetic. Sick. It's terrible. But here, we'll go ahead and listen to this horrible fuck. I'm not watching 3 hours and I'm not doing that. But I need to take a fucking break, calm my fucking nerves, go have a cigarette, and you can hear what I heard. Just dumb. It's just dumb.
Concerns about me, but you're not my parent. So know your place here. Know your place here and don't get out of line.
Okay, stop with the know your place.
Know your place. Know your
Nonsense,
place.
okay?
Know
I'm
your
gonna
place.
hang up.
Oh, you're gonna hang up. Why? You can't handle a conversation? Hello? Hello?
Shara, I don't give a fuck if you love me or not. It's the fucking point of the matter.
Family division job.
Yeah, because she's committing fucking fraud there, Damien. She's committing fucking fraud and trying to get the upper hand in a custody case. We've seen this a million fucking times.
Who's calling?
Eli.
Ah! I hate it when I forget my fucking mic. You! On the other end of a fucking screen! Go, there's a reason why the mom is hiding from him. Yeah, it's called committing fucking fraud. You have to find a circle that's gonna accept your fucking fraud. Hello? Now listen. She is committing fraud. She has to hide from him, make up a narrative, perpetuate it to all the fucking women out there that are gonna believe her without fucking evidence. And take him out of fucking context. So you all can get your fucking jollies off. It's just dumb. She gets the benefit of the doubt. She gets time to get her head straight. You know, she gets time to, you know, just whatever she wants to say is like a fucking written in stone fucking conviction. You guys are fucking stupid. This is how it works with every fucking one of these fucking cases. Is the same stupid fucking brain thoughts keep non-stop happening. And at this time, it's by people that I don't even expect to hold and maintain that type of ignorant thinking. It's stupid. I don't even know what world I'm waking up on today. That I have friends that out of all the people that I say care and love and respect for, kindness, courtesy, dignity, and respect. How about innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt by a jury of their peers? I don't know, the constitutional right we all allegedly have. You know what I mean? It's just dumb. It's just fucking dumb. Mother gets a fucking break. Mother gets time to get her head straight. A new fucking government program to buy her a fucking house. A new fucking goddamn fucking food stamp card. Goddamn fucking cash aid. Goddamn dad's put on fucking equity slave status, and if he doesn't comply with the government, he'll never see his fucking kid again, and this cunt's literally fucking making it a mockery. Jesus fucking Christ, people. Bitches like this on the other end of the phone need to be fired immediately. They intentionally trigger this shit and then try to use it as you. You can't be an accessory to kidnapping a kid. Oh, I think they were protecting this kid. No, there was no evidence of abuse. No, because if he would have, Nico would have had, this father is abusive towards this child in this way, and here's all the fucking evidence. But all the evidence I see is a goddamn fucking phone call with a fucking cunt who keeps saying, if you don't comply, you'll never see your kid again. Well, I'm sorry, that sounds like goddamn kidnapping to me. So again, at the end of the day, I've lost respect for some people. I've weirdly gained some odd, well, I wouldn't say respect, but just like, okay, like, you made some logical points, it's weird. But I don't agree with you on the other two fucking things, but on this one fucking thing, holy shit. I've never seen an internet so ready to convict somebody because they just want blood. And you would sacrifice that on just following a fucking narrative that you know deep down you can't fucking prove. I can't prove he's fit no matter how much as I can prove he's unfit. But I know one thing, not being proven fit is not being proven unfit. So if he's not proven unfit and you go and you take his fundamental liberty interest without substantive procedural due process of law, guess what you get? A constitutional rights violation and a man who's not afraid to call a woman a cunt or a bitch on the phone. Fuck, you guys are stupid. It's just dumb. It's literally dumb. And instead of actually calling in and telling me how I'm wrong, you sit there in the fucking comments and you just think that somehow you're right. It's hilarious to me. Hilarious to me. So like I said, I didn't see anything to convict this father. Oh, CJ, he called women bitches and cunts. Well, yeah, you know what? Some women are bitches and cunts, and I've literally heard other women say some women are bitches and cunts. So would you like me to introduce you to some of the women who say women are bitches and cunts? And then what are you, all you fucking men-hating fucking feminists gonna fucking say then? What are you gonna say when I have women that I can put up on this fucking screen that go, I don't believe all women, I don't believe all men. What are you gonna fucking do, you idiots? God damn it, it pisses me off. So again, Mom is acting like a fucking fraud. Dad's obviously pissed off because Mom gets to say whatever the fuck she wants. Here's a laundry list of accusations. You have to prove your innocence and you don't see your kid until you do. And then you get fucking morons on the goddamn fucking internet with some goddamn stupidity in their brain noodle that say things like, well, you know, I think he's a danger. Oh, yeah, well, you know what? He would much rather be with his child than on the fucking phone with this dumb bitch. But you all have never seemed to put that thought in your fucking brain noodle. He would much rather be taking her to the fucking park or go seeing Frozen fucking 2 or goddamn going to fucking Build-A-Bear than be on this goddamn fucking phone with this goddamn bitch who should have been fired a long fucking time ago, because that's the fucking attitude of the system, of CPS. Oh, we got your kid, you won't see her unless you comply. Oh, and then we'll say you don't love your kid if you don't come into our torture, our exploitation, and the ransom and the kidnapping of your child. And by the way, it's $100 an hour to see your fucking kid. That's a fucking ransom! You fucking idiots. But you know what? I hope it happens to you. I hope every single one of you fuckers that have kids that you love out there have your fucking door knocked on by goddamn CPS, and then you're begging people like Fran and Shara and fucking Jamie and all these goddamn frauds to fucking help somebody help! And then they exploit you. And then they put you on their fucking media. And then they fucking drop your fucking case, twist it in the fucking media. It's a fucking cycle, folks. And you, a lot of you, on the other end of that screen, are fucking stupid. Playing into it. Playing into it. So, again, I've seen zero evidence that this dad is abusive to his kid. So at the end of the day, no matter what anybody says or types out with their fucking booger pickers, I haven't seen anything that calls this dad guilty. So that's my opinion. Sorry we disagree. Not really that sorry. I've lost a lot of respect for some of you. And it'll show when I don't talk to you anymore, when I don't answer your fucking calls, when I don't respond to you. Because at the end of the day, if you're willing to do this to somebody you don't even fucking know, holy fucking shit, man. Holy shit. So yeah, I don't think women are property. I don't have to agree with everything the man fucking says. Well, he thinks this way, so we have to protect her from the future. You know what? What kind of fucking Minority Report fucking bullshit world are you trying to live in? You have zero evidence that this man has harmed a child. Mr. Breedlove, you know what? Davian Breedlove, I challenge you to call in and give me the case number of the conviction where he has been abusive to the woman or the child. I want to know the case number so I can look it up and I can put it on the screen where this man has been convicted of abuse. And if he has, I'll tell you. If he's good, I'll be the first one to tell you. Here's his convictions. This is why I think he's a danger to his child. But Nico, who claims to be a journalist with integrity, provides a fucking phone call with no goddamn fucking evidence of a conviction that proves him to be guilty. Just words from a woman who, again, we know women lie all the time. And there's no jury saying he's guilty. So I don't believe her at all. I will never believe her. But I will never believe him either. Until a fucking jury tells me somebody did something criminal. Until then, I don't believe a goddamn word. So, at the end of the day, you all are doing this to people, and this is the problem that I'm trying to get at. This is where it doesn't help anybody. This is where it's getting to the point where, again, it's just entertainment. It's not, you know what, Nico? She also got you to admit your opinion journalism, not actual journalism. That was something I was really disappointed in. Is that you hid behind it? Well, this is my opinion, but this is journalism. Well, all right, I'll give you your opinion is allowed. It's your fucking broadcast. Like, my opinion's allowed, but this is my broadcast. And if I had evidence right now that this man that you're bringing up on his case is a danger with convictions and evidence, I would expect that if you had the least bit of journalistic integrity, that the evidence would be on the screen and not just a phone call filler when you got to go check on grandma. Because you didn't listen to any of this. And then there's people in your fucking comments going, he must not love his kid or want to see his kid. You motherfucking idiots. He's literally saying, I just want to see my kid. Where's my kid? And she goes, comply or you'll never see her. That's a fucking kidnapping. Holy shit. Holy shit. And no, Shara, that's not checkmate. Because again, if I can put up evidence on this screen that this man is a danger to his child, then I will say he's a danger to his child. If. But I'm sorry, calling a woman a bitch or a cunt or having a belief that women are property when he literally makes the hyperbolic speech that he can't control her. If he did, she'd be at home. It's him being condescending right back to this woman. Why can't people understand this? I'll bet you if that guy called in right now, and I bet you he'd rather be on the phone with his kid than me. And that's why some of you fuckers need to have your kids taken. Because I had my kid taken by paternity fraud for 2,097 days right now. Not by my choice. I'd much rather be with my child right now. But bitches and cunts like this and fucking faggots on the internet like you keep fucking making this shit into a goddamn circus. He didn't refuse to go see his kid. He refused to participate in the kidnapping of his child. There's a big fucking difference. And again, I guess we're just going to have to agree to disagree. I've lost a lot of respect for some people. And it's really sad because I didn't think it'd be over this kind of stupid shit. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. I have seen zero evidence, and if I had it that he was a bad dad, first off, I would have expected Nico to show it. But I'm sorry, calling a cunt who's acting like a cunt is not a fucking thing that makes you an unfit parent. Sorry, I'm not sorry. So, again, he refused to participate with the kidnapping of his child. And anything that he does that is consensual to their system is going to be construed as, well, now he agrees he's a bad person. That's how this works. Don't you see the fucking trap? I pray to God that some of you get your fucking kids taken. How about that? We'll pray right now to the Creator, the Almighty, Yahweh. We'll pray to Jehovah. Jesus Christ, you fucking idiots. It's just dumb. Some of you need to have your kids taken. I think you're a danger to your kid. Now what are you going to do? Oh, I'm just gonna believe you because you don't have any evidence. See, so it's in your okay. You're like, oh, well, he's got no evidence that I'm a danger to my kid. Yeah. Well, you know what? You got no evidence that this guy's a danger either, but for whatever fucking reason, your booger picker keeps fucking going. It's weird. It's like I keep telling you, I think you're fucking stupid, and you keep proving me that you're fucking stupid. Every comment goes to the next one. What the fuck? I'm sorry, but well, you know what? This is the type of person you are being, Mr. Breedlove. You asked for it. You fucking asked for it. I don't know why you're doing this. I have no clue. This is just weird. Why are you doing this? But at the end of the day, hey, it's entertainment for you, right? All right. So, according to you guys, this right here, he's a danger to his kid.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
I did it again. At the end of the day, you know what? You guys are fucking stupid. Liam Neeson would be a fucking criminal. And you know what? You would all be sitting there going, call CPS! He just made a verbal threat! The man has perceived his child to be kidnapped, and he threatens the kidnappers' lives. In today's Facebook world, Davian Breedlove would say he's an unfit father. If your child ever goes to a foreign country and gets kidnapped, I'm going to pray for them. I hope it never happens. I'd never wish ill on somebody's child. But at the end of the day, if you're the father that won't kill your child's kidnappers, then I question whether or not you're sane. Again, at the end of the day, it's just an opinion. It's just an opinion. Because that's what I see here. A father that his kid has been kidnapped. He says he's got a certain set of skills, and he'll find you, and he'll kill you for kidnapping his child. Do you see the point I'm getting at? Nobody seems to get the point. Y'all fucking hide behind your comment sections and your fucking booger pickers and your thumb fucking butt plugs. Again, it's just words. Words do have meaning. Words are intended for certain things. If you put an S in front of words, it's swords. If you go back further in time, meaning, and then erd meaning. God, that's so fucking stupid. When I hear that shit, it just makes me laugh. But again, at the end of the day, you guys would fucking crucify Liam Neeson. Like, you could not make Taken. It's a 2012. I don't know when Taken was made, but this clip's from 2012. You know, at the end of the day, you all sit there and want to go, oh my God, play the end of the phone call. Fine, I'll play the end of the fucking phone call, you faggots.
Good luck.
There's the end of the fucking phone call, you faggots. Now what? Oh, he calls back and he calls her a cunt. You fucking idiots. That's what you are. You're a bunch of fucking idiots. Speaking of which, a Bunch of Fucking Idiots podcast will come out one day. But it's just dumb. It's like, you don't expect people that you respect to go out on this kind of thing and go, he's guilty, with zero evidence other than a fucking phone call. Again, I'd like to talk to the guy. You know what, Charlotte Michelle, you've got his contact information. Why don't you give him my phone number and let him have a chance to explain it right here? And I guarantee you, I'll quash whatever fucking bullshit fucking narratives being spewed by just asking appropriate questions to that person. It's a really fucking simple thing. You know what? Again, you know what? At the end of the day, if somebody can look at a father that's had their kid taken without due process of law, again, substantive and procedural due process of law, I think you're the piece of shit. I don't think he's the piece of shit. That's the irony in this, is the people convicting him without due process. I think you're the piece of shit. He doesn't look like a piece of shit. The ones convicting without due process are the pieces of shit. That's a fact. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's the moral of this story. That's why I'm broadcasting right now, is because, again, at the end of the day, I'm not seeing due process. I'm seeing somebody who brought it up on a video and it was like, hey, I have an opinion, and now I'm going to let my comment thread just to crucify him for views. Fuck. Yeah, I know. It does feel like it's getting. I've kicked my fucking dead horse. That's what I'm saying, Mr. Breedlove. But all you fucking cowards can't fucking call in. You can't say your fucking point, so I gotta keep sitting here reading all your stupid bullshit and go, at the end of the day, you know what? I'm just going to leave it at this. I haven't seen a conviction. If I see a conviction that shows me that father is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt and convicted by a jury, then have at it. Go for it. But until then, you're all just opinion media. Nothing of actual journalistic substance. Nothing that is actually providing anything for society, and that's just my opinion. Just like some of you will say, oh, CJ, this isn't providing anything for society either. Well, I think I'm defending due process. And substantive and procedural due process at that, which I did not see Nico do last night at all. So I'm a little disappointed. I don't see Davian Breedlove defending substantive due process. What I see is somebody convicting without a jury, and I think it's wrong. And no matter what, I'm going to tell people whether or not I think something is wrong or not, so it just really blows my mind. And again, I don't find myself normally agreeing with Shara Michelle. She's not a friend of mine. If you asked Shara Michelle, are you friends with CJ, she'd probably say no, he's an asshole. So again, I'm just saying, maybe if two fucking sides of a coin that are on the extreme of fuck you are saying, hey, I haven't seen no due process, maybe the fucking people in the middle that are just here for the entertainment should slow the fuck down. That's what I'm saying. Because again, you don't give a fuck. Davian Breedlove, you can't tell me honestly that you give a fuck about that guy or his kid. Not you, and I don't, and I wouldn't believe you if you told me you did. Yeah, I see a father that's making a situation worse because they know he's going to do that. It's intentionally designed like this, folks. They take your child, then they gaslight you, and then they use your reaction as their weapon against you. That's a fact. I've been saying that for 8 years now. That is their tactic. And it's unfortunate that a lot of fathers and some mothers get caught in that, but that is not due process. That is not upholding your constitutional rights or your fundamental liberty interest to be a parent. That is, we all know CPS takes kids unjustly, and we know that they take kids unjustly. But what I'm saying is, until there's due process in the process of taking their children, it sounds like kidnapping when you say comply or you'll never see your kid again. And that's where you all don't see the fucking point. And I'll never be able to convince you that otherwise. So, but again, at the end of the day, a lot of you use the stupid thing of, oh, his internet presence isn't going to make him look good. Well, you know what? Fuck that ignorant narrative bullshit, too. Because, again, do you think Liam Neeson gave a fuck about his internet presence while he's got a goddamn fucking kidnapper? Do you think he's going, oh, man, I wonder what this is going to do for my YouTube trends? You guys are fucking stupid, and you all claim the moral fucking high road. I'm not even telling you I know everything or am right about everything, but at least I can go, hey, I don't see due process in this. Now what? Now what? Well, like I said, I've lost a lot of respect for some people. And again, you can't tell me that. And again, this is where it's not fair. I'm telling you right now, I have to argue against somebody that tells me they love me, which is fucking stupid. But at the end of the day, here we are, having to go through this dumb shit. Because again, this isn't pulling a Lee Kenworthy, and that's the dumb fucking connections your brain's making. I feel like I should have just called you personally, Mr. Breedlove. Because it's like, holy fuck, man. Your comments in here are just like, you're comparing him to Lee Kenworthy. They're not the fucking same. His wife didn't fucking die. He didn't have an 8-hour goddamn standoff. He just called a fucking cunt a bitch on the fucking phone and on the internet. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. There's bitches and cunts on the internet, and women will tell you that. Women! I'll bet you if Shara Michelle called up right now, she'd probably, even after this, agree with me that some women are bitches and cunts. But some men are assholes and jerks. You know what? The mother of this child is a bitch and a cunt, and she shouldn't have custody of the kid. She's a danger. I have zero evidence for saying this, but because I think my views are going to go up because of it, or I'm going to be able to virtue signal that I support her and I believe her, again, you see what I'm saying? It's just dumb when you flip the fucking script. So I'm really disappointed. I had a whole night to sleep on this. And again, it's Tuesday, and I can go live until fucking 3:15 where I got to go pick up my kid from school. And you know what? There's going to be somebody out there that's going to go, CJ's internet presence makes him a threat to his child. You know what? My free speech is my free speech. At the end of the day, I haven't done anything that warrants CPS knocking on my door, and I'm sure if the day comes, every fucking one of you would know. And then we'd have goddamn fucking people in the goddamn comments. Well, you should see him call that woman a bitch. Well, fuck, man, was she being a bitch? Well, yeah, but fuck, man, he called her a bitch. She looks he's unfit. Oh my God! You know what? I think that a lot of you would lose your kids if you held them to if you were held to the standard you hold other people. I know Davian Breedlove would lose his rights fucking faster than 90% of us if he was held to the same standard he holds other people to. And I'm sorry to say it, brother, but that's just a fucking fact. That's a fact. If you were held to the standard that you are setting for other people, you would be compared a danger to your child. And I guarantee you I could put this fucking number on the screen and there'd be people in there saying, yeah, he's a danger, he's a danger, he's a danger. And then they can knock on your fucking door and you can be the one that's on the fucking screen being viewed. Do you see how that's fucking sick? They have a reason because the mother makes an allegation with no criminal adjudication otherwise. Because women have taught women in society that if you want to hang a man publicly, just make an allegation to CPS. That's what we're living in. We're living in that world. We have women that have taught women how to game the system. What we don't have is men teaching men how to be men. So what they do is they go off and they do their own thing. And they do record phone calls and call and say some things. We don't have that support network for men when they're going through this system. You have some organizations like Talk for Dads, Disgusted Dads. You've got certain groups out there that talk about it. But women as a societal norm have taught each other from the fucking earliest of ages how to game the system. See, now there's my point, Mr. Breedlove. You don't know that, and neither do any of us. And you don't know that, and neither do any of us. There's my fucking point. But you will all convict somebody without knowing everything. And that's the sick fucking world I've been exposing. This is just like fucking telling everybody the truth. It's not that hard. I think some women are bitches and some women are cunts. But women say those words. I think some men are assholes and some men are jerks, and even at times, yes, I have been known to be an asshole and a jerk, and I have had to apologize, and I have had to say many a sorries to many a people that I had to say, you know what, I was in a rough spot. I was not acting myself. I was put into a system that intentionally triggers this response from me. Intentionally. And then uses that response as its weapon. So you all want to throw him down a hill. You all want to fucking throw him off a cliff. You all want to crucify him. You all want to sit there and make him guilty until proven innocent. You all want to sit there and violate his fundamental liberty interest to be a parent without substantive or procedural due process of law, and then somehow you feel like you're the better people. You all are sick. I guarantee you, if that father had the balls to call me, it would only take 10 questions and prove everything wrong that all you are saying. And that's the sad part, is because, and it's not really him that has to do anything, it's you. It's all of you that are sitting there doing the guilt before innocence. It's all of you. What happens, many people get exonerated from false allegations every fucking day. Many fucking people get weeded out for false allegations. But then there's the ones that are more fought in there. And guess what? Those women are you go to Brooklyn. You want to talk about allegations of abuse? Go to Brooklyn, New York. Talk to Edmund Welch of Disgusted Dads. And he'll tell you that abuse allegations are called Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The court runs 24 hours. CPS can go into your home at any time. Like, fuck, man. Again, I don't want him to shut his mouth. I want him to explain himself. I want him to be able to say, hey, this is what happened to me. This is why my child's being held at ransom, because that's what I heard. Comply or you'll never see your kid again is a goddamn thing you hear on Liam Neeson. We want the ransom. We have your daughter. Like, fuck, man. I could take that woman's voice clip and again, if a woman got on the fucking phone with me and started eating lunch and being condescending to me like that, you bet your ass I'm recording it. Fuck yeah, I record every government fucking person that I come into contact with. Because they're all fucking liars. They're all fucking scam artists. They're all involved in violating people's due process and human trafficking. But again, he didn't ask for Miko to make a 3-hour and 13-minute broadcast last night. He put it out for his own documentation on his own platform. A lot of people are missing that point too. It's what he puts out on his. Yeah, you know what? Again, I don't agree with him that women are not property. I don't agree with that people are property. It's a capitis diminutia maxima status is equity slave. And I say that, and fuck, I'm not sovereign. It's just that they take somebody and turn you into a debt slave for child support. What else can you call that? Well, I can call it equity slave because, again, if you don't pay the money, you go to jail. You're tortured, your rights are taken, you're reduced to your family status has been reduced. So I'm technically right on it. But nobody uses capitis diminutia maxima. What they say is you just owe that child support money. I get that child. I'm making money moves. I'm not saying that this dad can't handle it better. I'm not saying, hell, I'm not even saying I couldn't handle my situation better. What I'm trying to get to you fucking idiots is that this is the way it's designed, folks. And again, I'm using my platform to point out the ignorance and the stupidity of every fucking person that likes to violate people's due process rights and use their story as their entertainment for the night and background filler to go check grandma. It's fucked. I'm sorry, but if that woman got on the phone with me, I would bring her back to ancient Rome with my knowledge. I'd be like, bitch, not only do I know every one of your goddamn practices, policies, and procedures, but I know goddamn fucking Roman equity law. Just because I studied it on a goddamn Friday doesn't make me a goddamn danger to my kid. You fucking bitch. Well, you must not want to see your kid unless you give us all your money. That sounds like goddamn fucking kidnapping! Fuck! You fucking idiots! Fuck! CJ, this isn't helping your case either. You know what? At the end of the day, man, my kid is going to be an adult a lot longer than they'll be a child. Maybe someday my daughter will want to do her own little show, her own little broadcast. And guess what? Daddy knows how to not only do it, set it up, get it all ready for you, teach you what I know. My daughter will be an adult a lot longer than she would be a child. And this system took from me the child of my daughter, from my daughter. She took they took her father from her. I've spent as much money as I could, and I have literally nothing left. And so at the end of the day, I guess I'm just a bad dad, you know? The system wins. I called a woman a bitch once because, well, let's face it, she said, either you comply with us or you'll never see your kid again. Like, bitch, I complied with you. And then I got assaulted. And my kid still fucking allowed to be kidnapped by a fucking child molester and a goddamn fucking woman who has no problem lying to any of you. If she'll lie to her own child about who her child's father is, she has no fucking problem lying to you motherfuckers. So my point is women fucking lie. Men fucking lie. And until I can prove my case in a court, because I'd expect if I was ever given a court case where I had a jury where I could prove my case, then I could just show it to you all. I pray for that fucking day, because that's called due process. You fucking idiots. God damn it, man. I'm so disappointed. I've lost a lot of respect for people. I can't believe that. It's just dumb. You know, I won't call you. I have no fucking intentions to. If that's the type of person you are where you're literally going to convict somebody that quick, how do I know you won't convict me that quick? Fuck. You know what I mean? And that really pisses me off because this is driven out of goddamn nothing. In fact, I'll bet you that dad woke up this morning and he would much rather spend that 3 hours with his child than having to watch the Miko Hayes, Shara Michelle goddamn fucking idiot conversation at 20 fucking 20. Because that was stupid. Here, I'll give you a little preview of the stupid that I listened to last night.
I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like...
Again, You know, just a dad there, unfit, danger to his child. You know, that movie made a bunch of money, has 2 sequels. You fucking idiots. The idea is that somebody takes your fucking kid from you, you'd kill him. That's what's being a fucking parent. God damn it, if this was 18 goddamn 15 and you're going through the fucking prairie and somebody comes and takes your fucking kid, you fucking kill him. Fuck. But today's world, it's no, you comply with the government agency or you'll never see your kid again. Because somebody said something. Fuck! It's not due process! Look, it either looks like due process, smells like due process, and tastes like due process, and then it is due process, or it's not. Fuck! And again, this guy, I would love to talk to him, because I guarantee you, I could ask 5 questions that would shut down last night's broadcast, and 5 more that could prove my fucking point. So I would love to hear from him. Love to. And I'm not even a journalist. I'm just an opinion guy with a fucking ability to put my face on a fucking screen and the technological know-how to fucking make it happen. I don't claim to be a fucking journalist and have to have some journalistic integrity. I'm an opinion fucking broadcast, and I've always been. And I also maintain, if I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong. But what I saw in the 3 hour, 13 minute, and 52 second, 3 hours, 13 minutes, 52 second broadcast was nothing that shows me that this guy is unfit. Mr. Breedlove, you shouldn't be helping anybody get any kids back at all because you don't know what due process is. No disrespect, but everything I've seen says you don't know what due process is. And again, it's great you're helping, but are you really? I mean, or are you supporting? Do you have an opinion? Because that, again, you see what I'm saying? It's all the same thing. Whether it's one case or the other, it's all the same fucking thing. You should just be focusing on your kid and work, just like you tell me focus on, my case and focus on my work. At the end of the day, it's all the same. It's all the same design. It's intentionally done. And again, I don't care this is my broadcast. If you don't want me to talk about something, then don't watch. That's the best thing I can tell you. Don't click on it. But what I'm saying is nobody's shown me evidence that this father's unfit. So, that's all I got, I guess, because, again, nobody's brave enough to call in. Everybody hides behind their fucking booger pickers, and nobody fucking actually provides any actual fucking evidence. So, I figured I would just provide evidence of nobody providing evidence. At least there's that, right? At least there was, and again, it was so weird because the title of this fucking video, if I'm not mistaken, I gotta get rid of the chat here somehow. Let me get rid of the chat here. How do I get rid of the chat? God damn it. He said, God damn it, he's unfit. Ugh. Okay, so the title of this is called Shara Michelle Supports Yet Another CPS Sovereign. Elias. Again, I know he wants to be called something. Whatever. Fine. If he wants to be called fucking Pony Boy, I don't give a shit. But at the end of the day, this was the context of the fucking video. And I did not get... First off, Shara, let me ask you this while I've got you actually watching. Have you ever renounced your citizenship to the United States? Shara, just out of curiosity, do you carry a social security card, a driver's license? You don't have to answer these things if you don't want to, but you could clear that up real quick. Have you ever renounced your citizenship to the United States? I'd like to know. Because, again... it's so fucking disappointing. It's so disappointing that you again, people that you care about, respect, that you're like, you know what, not a bad person. And listen, Mr. Breedlove, people said shit about you. I still know you love your child more than life itself. I know you got another child that we're kind of similar in a situation where we couldn't get to raise them. Different circumstances, but at the end of the day, you still feel that pain too. Like, fuck, man. Charlotte claims she's a law-abiding citizen in every way. So, Nico, your problem is that you're labeling people sovereign citizens. Don't label Char Michelle one, because she is not. She's a law-abiding citizen, as she is claimed right there. The next weapon of these opinion journalists are going to be calling you a sovereign citizen when you're not. So until and unless you see somebody actually renouncing their U.S. citizenship, don't believe them. And that's the first thing I would challenge any of these opinion journalists to say. Look, I love opinion journalism. I love it. I think it's hilarious sometimes. They'll write about the most hilarious things. But at the end of the day, you know, you're calling CPS sovereign, Elias. Well, okay, I nowhere in those 3 hours did I hear, in 13 minutes and 52 seconds, did I hear him say that he renounces his citizenship. So now, he's been accused of being a sovereign on top of that. Now listen, you can have crazy fucked up beliefs. You even have freedom of religion in this country. Can you believe that? And guess what? There is religious law. Whether or not I agree with it or like it or follow it is irrelevant. It exists. Catholics do certain things. Agnostics do certain things. Presbyterians do certain things. They all have certain rules and proceedings and groups and dates that mean different things. And they all study different subjects, and they all go into like deeper things in their own religious philosophies. And then you know what ends up happening? You know what ends up happening? The law of the land, as they call it, the law that our legislators produce in this House and the Senate and all that, they don't agree with it because they believe it goes against their creator. And again, I'm not saying that I believe this. I'm just telling you the foundation of it. So they conflict between their creator and their religious freedom and the law. Now, I'm not saying that sovereign citizens shouldn't be put, like, I don't believe in the bloody fingerprint. I don't believe in certain things. But, again, the dog's distracting me here. I'm going to have to go take her out in a minute, and we'll end this soon. But, again, I don't believe in the sovereign citizen legal strategies is the best way to put it, or lawful strategies, whatever fucking words or terms they want to use. But be fucking careful as a LLC or an incorporation or somebody that claims to be media and have journalistic integrity. If I challenge you to say, if you're going to call somebody a sovereign, then I want to see the proof they've renounced their citizenship. Now, that can be done in many different ways. Video of them, you know, renouncing their citizenship. That could also be documents submitted to the court, paper terrorism, as you call it. And then by all means, let the fucking horses run. But again, in 3 hours and 13 minutes and 53 seconds, I figured it to be right to tell you I didn't see anything that labeled this guy a sovereign, other than he's got some weird fucked up fucking teachings that he's probably found on YouTube. Maybe listen to a little bit too much Jordan Maxwell. But again, nothing fucking showing me that he's abusive to his kid, you fucking idiots. God damn it.
One moment.
Oh shit, here I go again. Why am I having to defend due process? That's another thing. Fuck you guys for making me have to defend due process. Because that's what it's basically been. is I've said for goddamn what now, an hour and 11 minutes, that you guys don't know what due fucking process is if it was smacking you in the face with its dick. That's how fucking stupid a lot of this is. Because again, I didn't see anything that proves this guy's a sovereign. And again, if he came on, the first question I'd ask, have you ever renounced your citizenship to the United States of America? And if his answer is no, then this right here becomes slander and defamation and libel. One of those words means something, right? Huh? One of those words means something. Because again, you're calling him a sovereign, and you didn't show any evidence that he's a sovereign other than he might have failed his fucking law entry exam. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, he didn't know. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, you can't just label people a sovereign citizen. And the first thing, okay, here's a new rule for all you fucking sovereign opinion journalists out there. New rule is now in effect. The new rules are now in effect. If you get your rocks and jollies off by watching fucking crazy people interpret the law wrong, then guess what? You have to have video of them saying they are a sovereign citizen or court documents proving, or they're in whatever way. You have to have beyond a reasonable doubt evidence that somebody is a sovereign citizen before you label them a sovereign citizen. Oh, he was using those words. Well, no, he might have read it right before he fucking got off the goddamn internet. You know how quickly you have to learn all this stuff too? What if you're just a mechanic? You know, just a mechanic, a guy who busts his ass from 9 to 5, you know, you retain enough information to do your fucking job like the good equity slave monkey you are, pay your fucking taxes, don't stick your head up too high, you know, in society, put yourself in your fucking place, and then, you know, at the end of the day, they do this to you, and you have to learn the entire legal system. And for whatever fucking reason, America loves to make it so you have to either overthrow the entire United States government or comply with it, and you'll never see your kid again. The only two ways to do it is either overthrow the government or comply with CPS, and then you'll see your kid again. That's legal kidnapping, dude. Every fucking day of the week, 100 times on Sunday. No matter how much sprinkle you want to put on a piece of shit, it's still going to smell like shit, it's still going to look like shit, and it's still going to be shit. And again, if he's a sovereign citizen, as long as he hasn't committed a crime where there's a victim, a corpus delicti, somebody, you know, a tangible victim that can go on the stand against him, then again, at the end of the day, you're denying him his right to face his witness, or to face his accuser, excuse me. So look how many rights violations you're denying this guy, and the simplest one just being due process. And then wonder why he doesn't give a fuck about what you say about law, or what you think in general. Because you're not defending due process, you're crucifying, and you're giving her, I've seen it in the comments myself, oh, she just needs a break to get her head straight. Well, doesn't Dad? You know, he's going through an ordeal, a trial of sorts, emotionally, spiritually, physically. So, again, I'll let you guys listen to a little bit of this. I'm going to go take the dog out, and I'll listen on my phone so I don't miss anything. And, again, I'll go cover the comments here in a little bit. But, again, I'm really disappointed. Like, this is one of the most disappointing Nico Hayes broadcasts I've had. And Shara was running circles around it and loving it.
Hello?
Yeah, you hung up on me.
I sure did.
Why?
Because I am not going to sit here and listen to you tell me about my place. I am not your... whatever I am. You are not going to talk to me like
You're
that.
nothing.
And
You're nothing. Nobody.
I'm not going to talk to you.
You're
not gonna
nothing
talk
and
to me like
nobody, and that's where you're going to stay. You know? I'm not going to make you something that you're not, like somebody with authority over me or my child. You know? So just respect that. Respect that I don't see you as highly as you see yourself. Okay? Hello?
I love that line. Understand that I don't respect you as much as you respect yourself. I love it.
You have reached the Department of Children and Families.
Or however he said it. I'm paraphrasing, but that was a great line. Like, I don't view you the way you view you.
report HR protection.
Julie Blacker, please.
One moment. What you do now? Elijah, if you're going to talk to me with disrespect, I'm going to continue to hang up on you. The next time I hang up on you, I'm not going to take your call again.
Miss, you can't just be evasive just because you don't like what I'm saying, Miss. You have to
It's
be a
not
little more
that. I
professional.
don't like the disrespect, Elijah.
Well, I don't like the disrespect of you calling me, a bad
What
father.
did I call you, Elijah? Tell me what I called you.
A
It's gonna
bad.
be on
You're
tape.
you're
What
in-
did I call you?
you're insinuating that I'm a bad parent, and you don't even know me.
Exactly, because you won't allow us to know you.
Because I don't
That's
want.
the
Because I
problem,
have
Elijah.
rights to keep me from knowing you.
And I'm saying that is your right, but that will not get you your daughter back. So until you kind of maybe rethink your thinking, we're not going to get anywhere. And to keep calling is really pointless.
Ms. Blacker,
Yeah.
I know.
And that right there, folks. And that right there. Oh. Just happened here. Oh well. And that right there, folks, is a kidnapping. And those are the words a kidnapper would say. Until you do this, you'll never see your kid again. Is goddamn fucking kidnapping. Do I need to? Do I need to explain this further? I'll put it on. I'll go back to Liam Neeson. You know, like, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll be right back again. I'm gonna give you guys some mind dumbing shit, because at the end of the day, most of you have attention spans that can only be measured in nanoseconds.
Position is Hi, I'm Joseph Wu, and I'm a philosophy graduate student at the University of Cambridge. In this video, I'll explain the strawman fallacy, an informal fallacy that comes up all the time. Let's start off with an example to see how it works. Suppose my friend Maureen presents the following argument. Premise 1. Advertisements for beer encourage underage drinking. Premise 2. Underage drinking often has negative consequences. Conclusion. Therefore, advertisements for beer should be banned from TV. And let's say I respond with the following objection. Well, yeah, but people will never give up drinking beer. They've been doing it for ages. Is this a good response to Maureen's argument? No, because Maureen never claims it would be a good idea to give up drinking beer. That's not her argument at all. In this scenario, I've committed the straw man fallacy, since I've attacked a position that Maureen never advances. The straw man, or straw person, fallacy occurs when an opponent's position is misrepresented in order to make it easier to critique. Just like how a man made of straw is intended to resemble an actual man, a straw man fallacy occurs when an opponent's position is presented in a way that resembles the original claim, but is not the actual claim advanced. It creates the illusion that a position has been refuted or critiqued by switching out the original position with a different one. To see this more clearly, consider the following two claims. Advertisements for beer should be banned from TV. This is Maureen's original claim. People should stop drinking beer. This is my portrayal of Maureen's original claim. And these are two very different claims. Maureen only endorses the first one based on our conversation. However, my objection is to the second claim, which is much easier to refute. This is because the second claim is a very extreme view. It would take a lot of good arguments to convince others that people should stop drinking beer. But in our argument, I have improperly attributed this extreme view to Maureen, and then proceeded to attack it. Since this claim is much easier to refute than her original claim, I have committed the straw man fallacy. The general structure of straw man fallacies goes like this. First, person 1 advances position X. Second, person 2 presents a distorted version of position X. Let's call this position Y. Third, person 2 attacks position Y. And fourth, person 2 concludes that position X is false. In the straw man fallacy we've just considered, the original view is exaggerated to a very extreme view and then attacked. But there are other ways in which a position can be misrepresented as well. Sometimes, a position can be oversimplified to the point of being absurd. Here's an example of that. Suppose my friend Gio presents the following argument. Premise 1. The theory of evolution says that humans are no different from apes. Premise 2. Humans are different from apes because humans are obviously smarter. Conclusion. Therefore, the theory of evolution is false. Is this a good argument? Clearly not, since the theory of evolution does not claim that humans are no different from apes. Gio has falsely characterized what the theory of evolution says and then proceeded to attack it.
Okay, everybody, I'm back. Had to walk the dog, you know. Not drain the lizard, walk the dog. Big difference. So, all right, where was I? Oh yeah, strawman fallacy. Oh, I love it. That's why I heard a lot of strawman last night. Not strawman theory, like the sovereign shit, but like conversational strawman. So, anyways, that was another point I was gonna make, but oh well, I had to keep you guys entertained for some bit of this, I guess. So, all right, where was I? Oh yeah, I haven't gotten a call, so that guy must not know that he could call in. So yeah, new rules are in effect. You cannot call somebody a sovereign citizen without evidence that they have renounced their citizenship. So does anybody that's watching and knows it all in the comments, can you tell me if he's renounced his citizenship? We're going to go to that first. I like how he calls you a sovereign cheerleader, Shara, but really kind of, I mean, you're not sovereign, but you do have some people that are sovereign that you have supported. And I'm not saying they don't have some ideas that you're like, all right, I like the idea of freedom of travel, but I still carry a driver's license, proof of insurance, and register my vehicle because I know if I get pulled over and I try to pull their shit, I'm going to get tased and drug out of my vehicle. Because that's comply or this will happen to you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, does this make sense to you now? That you either comply or else is our government? Comply or die, basically. Comply or we'll take your rights. Comply or you won't. You guys see Daisy over there? It's a new puppy right there. What's up, puppers? What's up, Daisy? So, yeah, I guess nobody wants to call in, huh? Nobody's brave enough to put their booger pickers on the screen and type in those numbers and actually have a conversation. It shows a lot. It really does. But hey, at the end of the day, I gave everybody the opportunity, and so you can't say I didn't. Again, oh yeah, I was going to do this real quick. Hold on. This should make sense. Hold on. Okay, and then we go back to this one. Back it up about, what, we're at 56 so far. Sounds about right.
Like somebody with authority over me or my child, you know? So just...
Baby, to either of you without a really, really good assessment
Okay.
and services and whatever else is determined.
But don't you think it's very like odd that you have people committing suicide and I don't have concerns about the safety of my daughter in your custody?
That's one individual
Okay,
who was
so what?
very troubled.
So what?
So what?
So what? You have
People do
suicidal
really
staff.
terrible things,
You have
Elijah.
yeah.
People do terrible
I know,
things.
and until they do something to like until I do something to my daughter, you can't just assume that I'm going to. But I have every right to assume that somebody's going to kill themselves in front of my daughter and traumatize
Why
her.
would you even assume that, Elijah?
Because it happened.
Why would you assume that?
It happened 6 months ago. I have a factual basis for that concern. You have no factual basis.
Okay, that was the actions of a troubled woman.
That's okay. Yeah, because you guys don't have a proper screening process for psychological people. Obviously, it's not repeat. Yeah.
Okay, real.
And just for the record, I believe everybody in government should have to have a full medical or mental health evaluation. At least I'd say, if not immediately when they get their license to do this kind of kidnapping work, I would say that they need to do it at least once a year, if not 2. I'd probably go max 2 years for a reassessment.
Really, Elijah, I
Really?
want to go into psychological screening because anybody who would be listening to you. is
Yeah,
listening
but you're
to
not a
you.
you're not a
There's
psychological
lot of concerns
expert.
about you,
Yeah,
too.
concerns are. You can have concerns about me. That's
And
okay.
You're a parent, and that's why we're concerned.
You can have concerns about me, but you're not my parent. So, know your place here. Know your place here, and don't get out of line.
Okay, stop with the know your place.
Know
I'm
your
not gonna listen
place.
to that
Know your
nonsense,
place.
Okay?
Know
I'm
your
gonna
place.
hang up.
Oh, you're gonna hang up. Why? You can't handle a conversation?
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you are looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Yeah, according to Mr. Breedlove there, that's just an unfit dad. Just doesn't deserve to see his kid. So hey, stupid. It's dumb. I'm disappointed, and I think that a lot of people showed their true selves, and it's sad and disappointing, and such is life. Again, everybody has been welcome to call in. Everybody has been welcome to state their opinion. Everybody has been welcome to tell me I'm wrong and where. And nothing has convinced me so far that that I'm witnessing something that involves due process or the upholding of someone's fundamental liberty interest. I've heard words that describe kidnapping. Again, we'll just keep going. I mean, again, I'm not wrong.
Hello?
This is one call, and it's so out of context that it's not even fair. But again, at the end of the day, I'd be upset too if this lady was doing this to me.
Hello?
I'd be just as upset. Like, hello, I'm trying to see my kid here. But at the end of the day, this is the dance you got to keep doing. And they do this intentionally. This is an intended process. And they know they're going to hang up,
Julie Blacker, please.
and they're going to keep doing this over and over.
Eli.
So, yeah, it's just sad. It's just really sad. And the fact that she keeps answering the phone and then hanging up on him like it's going to teach him a lesson is another reason why I think this bitch is psychotic. She is clearly on a power trip. She is clearly enjoying and antagonizing and provoking this man to continue this behavior. And yeah, that's what I'm witnessing. So until somebody tells me or proves otherwise.
One moment. Hello?
Yeah, you hung up on me.
I sure did.
Wow.
Because I am not going to sit here and listen to you tell me about my place. I am not your... whatever I am. You are not going to talk to me like
You're
that.
nothing.
Elijah, and
You're nothing, nobody.
I'm not going to talk to you.
You're nothing and nobody, and that's where you're gonna stay. I'm not gonna make you something that you're not, like somebody with authority over me or my child. So just
Again, he is basically coming from the premise of, oh look, there's Boots now. he's coming from the premise that if he even participates once consensually, then that is agreeing to their narrative, and that's why he is not complying. And they are using his daughter as the, you will comply or you'll never see your kid again. And she literally says this. So how is that not described as a kidnap? Oh, it's not kidnapping when the government does it. There's a reason. We pay our taxes so that, they have to continue their funding, and they have to continue. It's not about children for these people. And in this moment right now, for this woman, it's about putting this one man in his place. And she is taking it upon herself to be on behalf of all women right now. And that's not her place as a CPS worker. So she has no intentions of reunifying this father and this child. And she has every bit of the intention to write a negative report. And she has every bit of intentions of continuing to provoke this father and to continue to do this and to try to set an example. So this is definitely a kidnapping.
Respect that. Respect that I don't see you as highly as you see yourself.
Oh, there's the line. Respect that I don't see you as highly as you see yourself. That is a great line.
Okay? Hello?
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.